Petty Paige is a tea channel who has recently been caught slandering YouTubers in the commentary community, using her skin color as an excuse to make herself look like the victim. And she has been trying her hardest to get her fans to deplatform people who she doesn't agree with. In this documentary, we will be looking in depth into how she fell from grace, or was she ever highly respected. Before we discuss Petty Paige any further, we need to have a look at who Petty Paige is. According to her YouTube description in the About tab, she makes drama and gossip videos about YouTubers and internet influencers. According to her, her motto is, "In Britain we don't spill tea, we drink it." Later on in the video we will be disproving this statement, exposing her false accusations and slandering, which began around the 15th of June 2021. AugieRFC got in a heated argument with her because she falsely accused him of racism, and throughout the rest of the video I will show why she is wrong. This leads us on to our first section, false accusations and slander. The problems with Petty Paige arise from her obsession with Keemstar to her slandering other commentary community members. Let's look deeper into the message that Petty Paige posted, which garnered a reaction from AugieRFC. The tweet read, "What's it like being a black content creator? This, always this." The message read, "Hey doll, Augie and his crew plus Edwin talked about you in his livestream last night, around an hour and 8 minutes into the livestream, trying to incite hate towards you. The reason I'm telling you this is because Ed served my friend's channels with what could possibly be his last strike over commentary. He did feature Dasher, an actual interview, plus clips that were used under fair use. I did report any comments that I felt were abusive and harassment targeted towards you, but I know you can handle yourself. Not sure though if you want him/them featuring your tweets on his stream." Obviously, the person who wrote this isn't very intelligent, since they did not know that you can show anyone's tweets in a YouTube video without violating the laws on fair use. Also, he never incited hate towards her, even though he does hate her. He did, however, make lynch jokes, and he admitted to it in his response to her. As for this person reporting the tweets, they could have been anything. They could have been as harmless as someone saying Petty Paige's channel is trash, which is true, not gonna lie. Overall, whatever this person is saying isn't trustworthy, and there was no evidence provided, but there was another DM shown. It said Def Noodles was in the comment thread, and people were making lynch jokes, black noise jokes. I blocked them, but they said a few things about you. This is funnier than the last DM. Black noise jokes. What the f*** are black noise jokes? AugieRFC didn't even know what black noise jokes were, so I doubt that there were black noise jokes in the livestream chat. The livestream was titled, "Creepshow Art Drama, Ethan Klein Gets a Taste of His Own." However, the only racist comment that I could find was from a verified YouTuber who used to go by the name Scrimzox, but now is known as Natigska, who was exposed for being a creep. AugieRFC responded with a video titled "Responding to Petty Paige's Lies About Me," where he covered this tweet specifically, where he debunked her main point that the commentary community was racist, which was a complete lie as proved by him.
Her brain is like a puddle of liquid that just cannot function. Alright, she's stupid. Back in December, Def Noodles called me out. Well, actually, I called Def Noodles out, and Def Noodles, in response to me calling him out, said that I was going after him because I'm a fascist who hates Brazilian people. Again, a completely and totally unfounded claim, obviously. Apparently, Petty Paige, who's another tea YouTuber, is friends with Def Noodles, and, well, she sided with Def Noodles and called me racist. It prompted me to, initiate conversation and be like, whoa, hey, what's going on here? Why do you think I'm racist? and then she refused to elaborate. I then challenged her to come on my live stream, to which she replied, "I'm too busy sticking shit up my asshole for OnlyFans." That was genuinely her reply, and it's probably, to this day, one of the worst replies I'll ever get on Twitter. I mean, just it's actually terrible.
It's not a surprise that she agrees with Def Noodles. Just like her, he loves to slander others. Both of them tried using racism accusations against the commentary community. Whenever you check the comments on her posts attacking the commentary community, everyone in the comments section agrees with her, because she blocks just about anyone who disagrees with her, no matter what. Before I even heard of her, I was already blocked because she went and blocked every single person who liked Vito's tweet on her. Check out my video on Def Noodles to look at the incredible number of screw-ups he has made. AugieRFC in the response covered this tweet Petty Paige made, saying, "She always brings race into it. Not sure if that's me, bro," with an out of context clip of a guy named Colton reposting an image of Augie kneeling on Nick Diorio's neck, and Augie mentions how bad the drawing is, but Petty Paige takes it out of context to try and prove that they are racist somehow.
But then she continued, posting an out of context clip right here. They say, Petty Paige says, "She always brings race into it. Not sure that's me, bro."
Complete scumbags.
Wow.
What?
Okay, let me lower this a little bit.
It's a horrible image.
What is wrong with you? Hey, that was Colton. What? Oh.
Yeah, Colton drew that, by the way. It's a picture of me kneeling on Nicholas Diorio's
that's
neck.
the type
Bro,
of
you're
art
gonna get flat
Yeah,
handed.
Augie said he only likes artists that draw pictures of him.
Hey! Listen.
This is why all artists are bad. Why are you showing this on stream, bro? This is bad.
Nick told me to. This is fucking AIDS.
Nick's an asshole, what the fuck?
I like how they're talking about, like, my dad in here. So, in this clip, I don't even know how this is supposed to make me look bad. Somebody reposted on Nick's lolcow thread a drawing that Colton made. Actually, I think Colton himself posted this. This is a drawing he made of me kneeling on Nick's neck. Now, if you think that when I received this fan art, I was enthusiastic and I thought it was the best thing I've ever seen, you're completely mistaken. In fact, when I saw he drew this and tweeted it at me, I immediately went into my group chat and said, "This kid's gotta go. He fucking sucks. Why would he draw this? This is so bad." Like,
it can be proven from the clip provided that Augie and Nick denounced the artwork depicting Augie kneeling on Nick's neck. So it made no sense why she used the clip against them, because it was literally out of context. This is straight up slander, and she should be held accountable for this, except she never got held accountable for slandering them. This leads us on to the next section of the video, on Def Noodles. Remember earlier when I mentioned Def Noodles? Well, she full on went overboard defending him. On the 5th of December 2020, Petty Paige stated, "See, the thing is, if it was just Def can't take criticism, they would have left it at that. But because he said, I don't know, seems like you guys have racist tendencies, and this may be a little deeper than what I'm doing here on the web. They are now vehemently trying to disprove." Well, this is very unsurprising of Def Noodles, saying that his detractors have racist tendencies as an excuse to defend himself since he can't handle criticism. His culture, heritage and upbringing, and using blanket terms like race baiting whilst in tandem saying he colours his videos to make himself look darker. He isn't really Brazilian. He saturated his thumbnails. He grew up rich. He only lived in Brazil a few years. So according to Petty Paige, if you leave the country that you were born in and you only stayed there for a few years, you're immediately not from that country. The next thing that she stated, he's not dark enough to completely validate their argument. This is a bunch of white people hounding this man because, and again, it started because he can't take criticism. If anything, it's showing that y'all can't take criticism. LOL. This criticism falls flat since she tries to prove that Def Noodles can take criticism by trying to make out that people are hypocrites since they are allegedly hounding him. But the argument makes no sense, since she is the only one criticizing them in this context. The reason people say Def Noodles cannot handle any criticism stems from multiple reasons, but a good example of this is when Cavus made a video on him and afterwards contemplated in a video whether or not he should quit YouTube. Another problem I had with this tweet is the fact that she has to single out white people when she is referring to people against them. Since it's unknown how many of these people are white, and it comes off sad and pathetic that she refuses to listen to a person because of their skin colour. But then, as if that isn't the funniest part, whenever the discussion of his racial background and ethnicity is involved in the convo, where they are consistently proven to look dumb, they bring it back to, well, this isn't the discussion, then what is it? I like how throughout this thread she provides no evidence to what she's referring to. So I can't confirm if they look dumb or not. But it's Petty Paige. She makes herself look dumb. It's like someone saying, "You are not black," and me going, "Yeah, I am. And here's my proof." And then they are like, "Well, it's not about you not being black. It's about you referencing yourself as black to avoid criticism." Finally here, Petty Paige says something right. Many people like to say on Twitter that you aren't black so they can win a race argument against you. I've even heard stories of people who are black being accused of being white. There's been other cases where she's tried to defend Def Noodles. Allegedly, according to this Twitter comment right here, after Nicholas Diorio made his first video on Def Noodles, she tried making a stream on him to try and debunk his points. In my opinion, she would have done a terrible job because Nicholas Diorio's content is well researched. Now we'll look at her other controversies with the commentary community.
It's kind of difficult.
If you're confused, I saw Petty Paige was going live, apparently talking about me. So I decided to check out and see what's going on here. I want to see if she'll debate me. I challenged her on Twitter and she wouldn't do it.
Oh my god, are you serious? Dude, get out of the chat.
Why?
Mods in here. Can we get this guy out of here? I have literally nothing to say to him.
You slandered me.
It's just so ridiculous.
Why are you afraid of a conversation?
Then make a video, Augie. Make a video.
I did!
Make content,
I already
put it out
debunked
there.
you.
Tell people I'm a terrible person. Why do you want this interaction with me? F off.
On July the 28th, 2021, AugieRFC started up a stream with the intention of debating Petty. In response, she started acting if she was a victim and started replying with, "Make a video on me," because she knew she would lose in a debate against Augie.
How do I type in her chat? What are her rules? Alright, I'll follow the rules. Avoid religious and political discussions? Lol. Alright. I guess I have to follow her to become a member of chat.
Like, that's trauma. That would make you feel like you can't trust anybody, not
Debate
just on
me.
the internet, but possibly even in real life. That's trauma.
Why
And
will you
whilst may feel
slander
like
me
it's a
and
traumatic
block
experience, nobody did anything
me,
to her, so it's so
but not
bizarre
talk
see her
to me?
centering herself constantly
It sends a little
as
notif?
the victim of creep show art.
Oh, she's gonna
because
see, she's gonna start
essentially
spurging
wasn't.
out.
She just
Oh no.
wasn't told the truth.
I'm just trying to get a
and
debate!
was left on scene.
I'm just trying to get a debate, bro.
Like, it's not the same. So, I don't know.
She slandered me on Twitter and then blocked me.
Oh my god, are you serious? Dude, get out of the chat.
Why?
Mods in here. Can we get this guy out of here? I have literally nothing to say to him.
You slandered me.
It's just so ridiculous.
Why are you
Absolutely
afraid of a
Then
conversation?
make a video, Augie. Make a video.
I did!
Make content,
I already
put it out
debunked
there.
you.
Tell people I'm a fucking terrible person. Why do you want this interaction with me? Fuck off.
I already did. I debunked you and you posted the same lies.
Debunk me, then there's nothing else to do. You won. Congratulations, here's your gold star. Like, bugger off.
You post the same lies I already debunked.
So then make another video.
Just talk to me. It's not
So
that
then make
hard.
another video debunking that too.
Petty Paige knows she's in the wrong, but proceeds to hide like a coward and decides to play the victim card, just like a coward would do. Her only defense is telling Augie to make a video on her. She never even tries to own up to her miscalculations and just reinforces her inadequate takes. She does anything to manipulate her audience into believing that she is a victim.
I'm banned.
Dude, you are literally like...
Sorry,
She's mad.
I don't want to talk to you.
Why?
I don't want to talk to you. I don't think you understand consent, my dude. Like, I don't want to talk to
Consent?
you.
Wait.
And if
What?
somebody says no, it means no, sweetheart. I don't want to talk to you.
I'm not
That's it.
asking to f you. What are you talking about?
Thank you, mods. That's it. I like...
Because Petty Paige is backed into a corner, she tries using the consent argument to once again make it seem like she is the victim in this situation. This argument entirely backfires and makes her look like she's trying to call Augie a just to make Augie look like the transgressor in this situation. This proves once again that she tries to manipulate her audience into believing what she says.
Do you understand what I'm having to deal with? Like, that's weird.
How
That's
is
like
it weird?
behavior. Like, mad weird. Like, obsessive.
How? You talk about me
It's just
constantly.
strange. And it gives me the ick. Like, actually gives me the ick. Like,
What does that
go
mean?
away. Ew.
Go away. Stop talking about me then.
Say to him and she throws a tantrum about you at the same time.
Dude.
Yes, I'm terrified of Augie. I'm actually terrified of him. He creeps me out in ways that I'll never be able to get over.
You should
I
be
don't like
terrified.
him. That's it. It's just weird.
Yeah, I'm the weird guy.
Petty Paige states that Augie is obsessive, even though she won't stop talking about him, which makes her look like a massive hypocrite. Then she states that she is terrified of Augie, to further push her narrative about her being the victim. Both of her arguments come off so poorly that she is better off debating him.
Nobody
I'm definitely
wants to
the weird
fuck you,
guy.
Paige. We just want you to defend your points instead of running away.
Exactly.
All the time like a child. Oh, how about just move on?
No.
I'm not
You.
gonna sit
You're
here
the
and
one
defend
who's
my
talking about me.
classification. Like, I don't understand why you guys want something from me and I'm just saying no, and that's not respected.
You're not just saying no. You're literally lying about me, saying that I'm a racist, saying that I made jokes about like George Floyd and on my stream when talking about you. That's literally a bullshit. You tried to say we promoted some racist art that like Colton drew or something. We denounced it. You're just such a liar.
It literally is that simple. Like, literally is that simple.
It's quite entertaining watching her own fanbase turn against her. Seeing through her manipulation, she then proceeds to have an argument with her own chat, which is embarrassing and could have been prevented if she had debated Augie.
I don't understand this. Like, I've never, like, this is weird. Weird behavior.
Yeah, it's weird behavior. I'll tell you what weird behavior is, by the way.
And
You guys
he's
want to see
acting like
weird
a guy
behavior?
club pushing you to come home with you. Do you know what it reminds me of? You know, like that kid in school who gives you a punch, and then is like, when really they just wanted to hang out with you. It's that kid who punched you instead of saying hello. Do you get what I mean?
I'm the kid who What are you talking about?
Just me. He says all this stuff about me on the internet, and he's like, "Come into my stream." Why? Why do I want to go there? I don't want to go there.
Yeah, you
Like,
don't
that's
want to come
weird.
here, that's for sure.
The example she used is not even comparable. Also, I don't recall anyone who has acted that way to me during my time at school.
It's very weird.
You know what's weird?
The fact that you guys are following just to get banned is just bizarre to me.
This is weird
That's the thing, though.
behavior.
You're not doing anything but trying to.
This is weird behavior. Not accepting my debate after you slander me, and then your excuse being that you're playing with your pussy. That's weird behavior.
I could literally, like, put all of the thumbnails on the floor and, like, roll to sleep in it in a blanket. Like, I don't care. There's too many videos for me to give a about. you are more than free to take a look at them. Like, I don't care. If somebody says something about me that's like incorrect or true, I will say my part on it, and then once it's done, it's done. I'm not going to sit there and go into a debate with them. It's stupid. That's childish.
Debating is childish. Good one.
There isn't even that many videos. Even after the drama, barely anyone made any videos on her. So she's just being lousy with her excuses. She's too lazy to even take accountability to these lies. This is how far she'll go to defend herself.
I can't believe this man is really throwing a big fit for being banned. It's just childish.
What do you mean? You're the one who threw the fit. I just showed up.
Guys, this is weird. Can you guys leave? Can we leave? This is weird. You guys are acting really weird now.
You guys are acting weird, guys. Cut it out.
Over my whole
You're acting too weird.
Funded $10, making a valid criticism equals punching.
You have 175k subs. You can't just slander somebody and expect to get zero criticism.
Dude, the chat's owning her.
The criticism. Keep criticizing me. Criticize me until the cows come home. Just f off.
Petty Paige is so manipulative. Even her fans are calling her out for her slandering. She's just digging her own grave, making herself look like a clown.
Oh god, I don't know how to do this. 1 sec. Do I just press this button?
Why won't she debate me? It's so simple. It's so easy to prove that I'm a racist, right? I mean, I've been being racist against you for like 7 months, right? Shouldn't you have loads of examples? How hard could it be?
Yeah, Petty, how hard is it to provide evidence? You don't even bother to provide evidence, so you're basically digging yourself a hole. But Petty's too stupid to realise this, and it's not turning out well for her. Anyway, let's move on to our next topic. Her racism and hypocrisy.
Just do like a Twitter advanced search and write like white people. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's like more white people in the villa. This is July 20th. For a show sponsored by Just Eat UK, there's no flavor, no spice. Too many white people. You sound like a Klansman. The overwhelming amount of non-POCs in the comments. I wish sometimes y'all would shut up. Shut up. Because of your ethnicity. And leave the section to the people most effective. Too many white people talking minorities. What's the limit? That's what I would love to ask the Klansmen here. Commentary is occupied by 90% white people. At some point, we have to acknowledge that most people don't want me occupying that space. Are you kidding me? You're a budding lolcow. What are you talking about?
All this time, Petty Paige has been trying to accuse the commentary community of racism, even though she has provided no evidence at all. She is also a complete hypocrite for doing this. In a moment, I will prove how she is a racist towards people of the opposite race, and I will show tweets that prove that she is a massive hypocrite for doing this. On the 6th of May 2019, Petty Paige foreshadows her future garbage takes on race by stating, "I don't talk my views on racism on my channel anymore, because inevitably no matter what side of the fence I fall regarding my opinion, people are going to call me racist. Nobody hates white people. 90% of my subbase is white. Would be pretty stupid to hate them." Whoa, hold on. She just said nobody hates white people, which is completely untrue. For instance, BuzzFeed has a video titled 24 Questions Black People Have for White People, made by one of BuzzFeed's branches. If you watch the video, some of the questions are stupid, and they basically have the view that all white people act the same, which is obviously untrue. The video goes to show that people do hate white people. Another video that proves my point is titled, "What are white people superior at?" by The Cut. The video easily proves the point that there is hate towards white people from the amount of insults they make about their personalities. But the video was taken down from the massive backlash it got. Let's hope Petty Paige wasn't being serious here. And this brings us on to the next tweet. On September the 21st, 2020. People are mean as hell. What the f is wrong with people? Mediocre white people have been winning this whole time. Becky, when black people win awards, this is what y'all do every time. You did the same with Hail Berry in Monsters Ball. If we aren't playing slave roles, we can't win. This is completely untrue since there are white actors who put on great performances, such as Heath Ledger and Christian Bale, who both acted in The Dark Knight. As for the point about black people not being able to win awards, this is also untrue. For instance, Donald Glover for his work on Atlanta. Glover won various accolades, including 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and 2 Golden Globe Awards. Once again, I have proved Petty Paige's argument to be false. On the 15th of December 2020, Petty Paige states, "The overwhelming amount of non-POC in the comments. I wish some of y'all would shut up and leave this section to the people most affected. Too many white people talking over minorities. If your sentence starts with, I'm not BIPOC, but just stop there." The tweet in its entirety is racist. She basically tells people to shut up because of their race, then proceeds to complain about there being more people from a specific race replying to her post. It's truly pathetic that people still support someone who believes that one race is more valid than the other, rather than condemning racism from both sides. On the 28th of January 2021, Petty Paige posted a tweet stating, "White people have experienced a hate crime by me saying hello. This may be a weak piece of evidence, but when I add this up with all the other evidence, this will solidify my point. In my opinion, the tweet comes off cringy and just shows how she's bothered by someone else's skin color." The next tweet was created on the 1st of April 2021, also known as April Fool's Day. It states, "White people state institutional racism doesn't exist," and honestly they are right. The countless amount of discrimination white people have to face should tell us we would stop whining. This was in response to Dr. Scholler. His tweet stated, "Racist Boris Johnson, race commission confronted by a token black man, Tony Sewell, finds institutional racism doesn't exist. A white supremacy lie to gaslight the entire nation. This is why I resist. Britain is not a model of racial equality. #BLM. Clearly the second sentence of what Petty Paige said is sarcasm, unlike the first sentence, which states that white people believe that institutional racism doesn't exist. The second sentence makes a sarcastic remark about them being wrong and that they should stop whining. My problem with the tweet is that it singles out white people in the first sentence, then claims they all believe this view. The next problem with this main point is that the main argument for institutional racism is voter ID, which is a poor argument defending the idea of institutional racism. For instance, the majority of black people that have at least some form of identification and very small minority that don't have almost no impact. I do agree that institutional racism does exist, just not to the point that it's made out to be. This is as far as I'm willing to go into politics, so don't go try and debate me. I am not interested. On the 15th of March 2021, she posted another tweet stating, "White woman gets pushed on the ground and cuffed in protest, gets a whole ass interview. Black person gets beat up by police. Crickets." I get white people don't experience police brutality, but you gotta see who you are choosing to give a platform and voice. It's not us. There are multiple problems with Petty Paige's statement. The first issue is that she said no black person gets attention if they were bashed, which is untrue since the murder of George Floyd caused massive protests throughout America. Also, the point you made about how certain people can only be heard sounds completely ignorant. Shutting down anyone's voice just because they aren't the skin color you want them to be. She believes that only a certain type of victim can speak up about violence. A message like this only convinces more people to stay quiet about abuse and violence towards them. I don't see how anyone can support the narrative that she is pushing. We will now proceed on to the next piece of evidence. On the 13th of June 2021, she stated, "Commentary is occupied by 90% of white people. At some point we have to acknowledge that most don't want me occupying that space. My followers see the difference in how I'm treated, but true to say, I'm not going anywhere." Petty Paige doesn't directly say why people don't want her in the commentary community space, but we can infer that she is referring to racism, because the first thing she mentions is racism. She's playing the victim card since she is assuming that everyone hates her because of her skin colour, when in reality, the reason people don't like her is because of her constant slandering of others. Finally, on the 21st of July 2021, she asserts, "More white people in the villa. For a show sponsored by Just Eat UK, there is no flavour and no spice. Hashtag Love Island." In this tweet, Petty compares personality to race, since she believes that for there to be more spice in the show, they should be looking for people from a specific race, rather than looking for people who would be great personality-wise for the show. Therefore, it can be concluded that Petty Paige has a bias against the people of the opposite race. I found an extra tweet that doesn't include her being a dick about other people's skin colour. Instead, it was a terrible take on who should be considered as racist. The tweet stated, "You know who's most scared about being called racist? Racist people. They first in line with, 'How am I?' Oh please, misogyny commentary Twitter is back at it again." This tweet deserves an award for being garbage. I don't think any sane person wants to be thrown under the bus and labelled as racist, without any evidence, since that can have real-world implications. For instance, people try to get other people doxxed for being racist when they aren't. Next, Petty Paige tries to claim that the commentary community is misogynistic, without any evidence, because she cannot formulate a half-decent argument. We will proceed on to the conclusion. Petty Paige seems persistent on ruining her own reputation. Since the last bit of drama, she posted a thread stating, "The only reason I won't debate Augie is because it's literally of no use." I actually feel for him, because I'd be mad if Nick or Dustin did the same to a content creator I dislike. I truly and honestly want Augie to understand that my visceral reaction when it comes to race discussion is because I've lived it. But I'm never gonna think it's productive to have a conversation with someone about race who calls themselves a proud Asian, when they are not and have openly said they are not and have said they are doing that as a goof or a joke. While Petty Paige shouldn't be deciding which person is which race, since you aren't the best when it comes to handling allegations of racism, but at least you did get one thing right. He isn't Asian. But according to his Wikipedia page, he is half German, but neither of us know if that is 100% true. The next thing that she stated in the thread was, "And at some point, we just have to be able to say we are just never going to agree. It's just not much of a debate, when I know my reaction will be unequivocally disagree or sit around arguing the semantics of words and their impact or meaning. It's just a non-discussion. Petty, the only person who's causing the problem is you. You don't even want to have the discussion in the first place, so you have no room to talk. There's no benefit if Augie and me agreed to talk, cameras on, audience off, and post in full to both our channels without the bravado. The show, the hype, human to human, I'd be open to that. But anything else outside those parameters, I'm not willing to do." I see what she's trying to do, making up all these restrictions, so it minimizes her chance of being attacked for losing the debate, even though Augie wanted more of a conversation. It's still pretty coward that she has to resort to this, though. If you want to end it like adults and get that closure because it's clear it's still affecting you, I'm down to do that. You down? She claims it's still affecting Augie even though she's the one bringing it up. Even though earlier she refused to do a debate. And she tries talking down to Augie like he's a child, which is very reflective of the way she is acting. This leads us on to our conclusion, which will be broken up into segments. It can be concluded that Petty Paige has proved that she cannot handle criticism, which is shown when AugieRFC tried to debate her, and then refused to debate him and begged him to leave her alone, until her fans called her out for her actions. This is also shown from her blocking nearly everyone on Twitter. This leads us onto my second point. It can be concluded from the evidence provided from slandering to being a massive hypocrite. Petty Paige easily displays slandering whenever she is involved with anything involving the commentary community. For example, when she started talking about Augie on her Twitter page, accusing him of being racist when she got a DM from a random fan who never provided any evidence. Another time she accused Augie of harassing her after she refused to do a debate with him. Also saying he doesn't understand what consent is. She also defended Def Noodles, claiming that people hated him because of his race. Petty Paige does not care about how much damage she does to anyone, just to make herself appear to be on the moral high ground, proving my point that she likes to constantly slander others. The next move she pulls after slandering her enemies is cowardice. When she is caught making these false accusations, she resorts to playing the victim just to make herself look like she's on the moral high ground, when in fact she can't defend herself. This is shown perfectly when she refuses to debate AugieRFC, trying to accuse him of harassing her and telling him he doesn't know what consent is, then proceeds to mute him from her Twitch chat. This all proves that she plays the victim and slanders anyone who goes against her views. When she can't think of anything to accuse anyone she doesn't like of doing, it's accusing them of being a racist, which has been shown all throughout her main argument against the commentary community. Her first use of this accusation was shown when one of her fans tried falsely accusing Augie's chat of racism. Then she proceeds to complain that the commentary community wants her gone because of her skin colour. Later on, Petty Paige claimed that people didn't like Def Noodles because of his race, which was a complete lie. But her entire arguments go out the window when there are a huge amount of tweets of her attacking people for being white. For example, when she complained that there were too many white people in the commentary community, and when she complained about there being too many white people in her replies on Twitter. Petty Paige accuses others of racism while she herself is a racist, proving that she is a massive hypocrite. So far, she has slandered others and plays the victim when she is cornered. One thing that Petty Paige has proved constantly is that she is a complete hypocrite. It began with her racism arguments against AugieRFC when she herself was constantly complaining about white people for doing just about anything that she doesn't like. Another great example is when she plays the victim after slandering anyone she doesn't like. When Augie tried debating her, she tried to accuse him of harassing her and saying he didn't understand what consent is, proving that Petty Paige is a complete hypocrite, showing that she cannot formulate any decent arguments to defend her points. All throughout the points I've displayed, she manages to make it worse until there is no more words to describe her. Petty Paige has manipulated her audience to see the entire commentary community as a bunch of racists and tried to use AugieRFC as a punching bag, making them believe that Augie was harassing her and that he did not understand what consent was, and making out to her audience that she was the victim, making herself avoid the responsibility of defending her points to back up her lies. She made one of the commentary community's biggest detractors, Def Noodles, into looking like a victim of racism. Petty Paige truly does it all, including slandering her enemies, pretends to be the victim like a coward in front of her own audience, falsely accuses others of being racist, acts racist, which makes her a hypocrite, and she manipulates her audience to agree with anything she says and does. Therefore, anything that Petty Paige claims should not be taken at face value, and I invite you to do that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.
I then challenged her to come on my live stream, to which she replied, "I'm too busy sticking shit up my asshole for OnlyFans." That was genuinely her reply, and it's probably, to this day, one of the worst replies I'll ever get on Twitter.
Why are you afraid of a conversation?
Make a video, Augie. Make a video.
I did!
Make content,
I already
put it out
debunked
there.
you.
Tell people I'm a fucking terrible person. Why do you want this interaction with me? Fuck off.
Well, actually, I called Def Noodles out, and Def Noodles, in response to me calling him out, said that I was going after him because I'm a fascist who hates Brazilian people. Again, a completely and totally unfounded claim, obviously.
More white people in the villa. This is July 20th. For a show sponsored by Just Eat UK, there is no flavor, no spice. Too many white people. You sound like a Klansman. The overwhelming amount of non-POCs in the comments. I wish sometimes y'all would shut up. Shut up.
She's a tea YouTuber, and for the most part, she's, well, what I really know her as is fucking stupid. And I'm not just saying that to, you know, just stir the pot or just be mean or something. I mean, genuinely, her brain is like a puddle of liquid that just cannot function. All right? She's stupid.
Because of your ethnicity. And leave the section to the people most effective. Too many white people talking minorities.
I already did. I debunked you, and you posted the same lies.
Debunk means that there's nothing else to do. You won. Congratulations. Here's your gold star. Like, fuck her off.
You posted the same lies I already debunked.
So then make another video.
Just talk to me. It's not
So
that
then make
hard.
another video debunking that too.
What's the limit? That's what I would love to ask the Klansman here. like, is it like over 5 or is like under? Or let's go percentage wise. Is 20% or 30% over? You know, just stop there. Stop. Shut up.
Folks, this is Petty Paige. She is the #1 race baiter on YouTube.
Shut up. Shut up. Commentary is occupied by 90% white people. At some point, we have to acknowledge that most people don't want me occupying that space. Are you fucking kidding me? You're a budding lolcow. What are you talking about? Carry on. Carry on. My followers see the difference in how I'm treated. I don't know. It's like I've never met anybody in my life that when they start, you know, making race the basis of absolutely all their comments, and usually too many followed by a name that ethnicity, it begs a negative response. I mean, call me crazy.
Apparently, Petty Paige, who's another tea YouTuber, is friends with Def Noodles, and, well, she sided with Def Noodles and called me racist. It prompted me to, you know, initiate conversation and be like, whoa, hey, what's going on here? Why do you think I'm racist? And then she refused to elaborate.
I don't care about, like, bringing your daughter out and joking around, but, you know, like, when you have past statements. And it's kind of sad, because I thought Patty was generally funny. She turns out that she's full of hate.
You may be wondering why I have added in a section after the conclusion. It's because when I originally made this video, Petty Paige came after me, not even a day after I made the video. Lucky enough for me, she was really pissed off. There was one issue with this. It was that I only had 190 subscribers at the time, and Petty Paige had almost 200,000 subscribers. But what drawn her attention to my channel was a live stream from a Twitch channel. Let's just say the Twitch streamer made many errors in his response to me, and went mental. Just because I thought Petty Paige looked similar to Nicki Minaj. The funny thing was that the streamer during the live stream got confused between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Right? It's Nicki Minaj. Or is it Cardi B? I don't know.
So she completely tried to ignore that and just put the blame on me specifically, which was truly pathetic. She also tried making the argument that black people don't look the same, which is obvious, but some people look the same, which she can't wrap her head around. Like, for instance, identical twins, and usually relatives look similar. When she said that she didn't look like Nicki Minaj, she tried to get 2 pictures that don't even look similar and try and compare them just to make her point look better. Even though while I was editing the video, the colours were changed just to fit my style. The picture was of Nicki Minaj looking down, but I confused it for Petty Paige because I only took a glance at it. I knew about the error, but I didn't bother to fix it because I didn't think a bunch of people from a crappy Twitch livestream would come over and start crying about a small error. Next, she tried claiming that I had an argument with myself. No joke, that's her argument against me. Then she tried claiming that I was mad because the streamer apparently didn't like Petty Paige and thought my video was bad, which is entirely bullshit because recently he made a video interviewing her. She also tried saying that I had the cognitive ability of a fish when she was making the argument that black people don't look the same, even though I never stated that. She never even bothered to elaborate on her first sentence, so it just comes out as cope. And the streamer Papa Gut was also making plenty of mistakes. Like for instance, he read a comment where someone called Petty Paige a pig, and he assumed it was racist for some reason.
I'm calling her a pig, so I don't know if that would be racist.
To conclude off her arguments with me, she said that I was a minor. Unlucky for her, I'm good at lying. And she took the bait, and all her fans fell for it. Okay, let's say hypothetically I was a minor. This would mean that she's leaking private information, because I never specifically told her to go public about that, which shows the person that we are dealing with, but luckily for her, I was lying. But here's what annoyed me after she said this. She claimed that I said, "I know you are, but what am I?" She proceeded to say afterwards, "Response makes a lot of sense. He's a kid." I never even said this towards her, or in my entire time on Twitter, except when I quote tweeted her after she made that false claim. I did quote tweet her and say, "I never said that," in quotation marks. "I know you are, so what am I?" Quotation mark ends. Do you think every minor is stupid? Guess what? I never got a response back. And she was confused how a minor could edit this well. While when you're a minor, you have time to learn, you have time to watch YouTube tutorials on how to edit. So she ended up proving my point that she likes to slander. And that's what she did to me. So for anyone wanting to speak out against her, just know that she engages in targeted harassment until she finds out the person is a minor and likes to slander others. Oh, and lastly, Petty Paige did make a response to Augie, saying that she did want to debate Augie, which makes her look like a liar. This all concludes my video, and until next time, I will be seeing you all in my next video.
Well, what I really know her as is fucking stupid.